Welcome back to Gray is Gorgeous. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we're going to be taking a trip down hair color memory lane. I mentioned on an earlier video that I've been every color in the rainbow and a little bit exaggerated, but I have been a lot of colors. Prior to going gray, I colored my hair a lot. I was red, I was strawberry blonde, I was auburn, medium auburn, light auburn, dark auburn, I was brown, I was chestnut brown, I was golden brown, I was reddish brown, I was dark reddish brown, I was cherry black one time, which I don't have a photo of. My hair was literally black from a brown color I had used. I did do black at one time. I think I said blonde already. I've been golden blonde. I've been sand blonde. I've been ash blonde. I've been strawberry blonde. So a lot of the colors I've used. So let's just get started. I'm going to show you some photographs here, and I think we're going to have some fun, and I may tell you a little story about behind some of the photos if you don't mind. So let's get started. So the first photograph I have to show you is when I was blonde. So this color, I was blonde, and as you can see, and my sister did this hair color. I asked her, Sissy, can you make me blonde? She said, absolutely. Scheduled a time, went into her salon, and I achieved this color in one day. It looks very, very natural. And this is a color that has been achieved using enzymes, not bleach at all. So no chemicals were used, which means my hair was in great condition afterward. And I just love the enzymes. I think those were awesome. That was the first time I think she's ever used the enzymes on me. My sister, hi Sissy, she is a professional hairdresser. She is very good at color. She's very much an artiste, and as you can tell, she can really give you a natural look. She knows exactly what to do to attain it, and I love that I was able to get this color without using harsh chemicals such as bleach. So awesome. All right. The next photo I have to show you is a photo of when I was in Europe. And the story behind this photo is one thing that I had on my bucket list was to go to Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. While we were in Paris, we visited the Arc. And here I took a photo here in front of the Arc, and I have the dark brown hair. I believe this is a Natural Instincts color, and that's a temporary color, and I believe this color was Natural Instincts dark brown. All right, and the next photo I have to show you is me with black hair. I didn't intentionally want to go black, but I used Clairol's Natural Instincts in medium ash brown, and upon several applications it pulled up or deposited a very ashy, no red tones in there, almost blue black. And so that's what happened here. I'm going to go show you two pictures taken in the same evening. So this is me with basically virtually black hair, so very dark. And again, this is the Natural Instincts medium ash brown, used many months in a row. And I actually called them and I said, man, why is your ash brown, why don't you have, I called Clairol's hotline and I asked, why don't you have a dark ash brown? And that's why, because the medium ash brown pulls so dark that there's no need to go dark ash brown, because essentially you're going black. Here's another photo of me in the same evening, and you could really see the bluish cast to my hair. There is like no warmth in there at all. It is truly, truly black. All right, and so here is now my red hair. I have three pictures of my red hair. All right, so here, these are all different. Each one of these is different. Each one of these is a different color. So let's go through these. The first one, this is L'Oreal. Is this medium strawberry blonde, I believe, or lightest strawberry blonde? It's me with, I think this is a photo was taken, I want to say 18 years ago. Definitely red, carrot top type red. All right. Here I am in my 20s. I was invited to a party where we had to dress up really fancy. It was like a costume party, and the theme was to dress up really fancy, so I got dressed up. This is in my 20s. Now, this particular color, I believe, is a Clairol. Clairol Nice and Easy, maybe, and I'm going to say it's a light auburn. I could be wrong on that, but I think I love that color. It's me with the light auburn. And I'm in my 20s, and I think that's when I started plucking my eyebrows. Real thin. Ooh, I had a lot of hair there. Wow. All right. And here's another photograph, and there's a story behind this photo. This particular color is not a box color. My sister did this as well. I'll show it to you, and then I'll talk about it. So here I have red hair. And it's a very fiery red hair. And the story behind this photo is I was asked to perform in a show where we did look-alike, sing-alike show. We had somebody doing Elvis and Johnny Cash, and I was asked to do Reba McEntire, sing her song Fancy. And so I went to my sister and I said, you know, Reba McEntire has that really fire red hair. Could you get me to that level? And she said, absolutely, come on in. So she, thank you, Sissy. She took me on, I don't know if it was kind of short notice. It kind of seemed to me like it was now. Now that I look back on it, I could be wrong, but she took me in and she weaved in red. So this is not a monochromatic color. She didn't apply this to all the hair that I had. I had like a dark blonde under that. You can see my eyebrows. Kind of that was my natural hair color there. But she weaved in the fire red, and that's what it came out. And we tried to match Reba McEntire's hair perfectly. We couldn't get it perfect, but it worked for the show. So, all right. And then here I am with dark chestnut brown hair, and I remember this hair color. I bought it if I could buy it by the 6-pack, I would have. I bought several at a time, and this is the Natural Instincts dark brown. And I loved this color, loved it. And I don't think my husband wants to be seen on YouTube, so I'm covering, out of respect, I'm covering up anybody else's photo since they might not want to be viewed on YouTube. Otherwise, I'd love to show you. But, all right, so that's me with the dark chestnut. Now, and then I'm going to show you with my natural hair color, uncolored natural color here in a minute. Here's another photo. And I am on the beach in Hawaii with my sister. And here I am. And I believe this is a Natural Instincts color as well. And I believe this was either the medium brown or dark brown. It may have even been the ash in the early stages before it went blue-black. Not quite sure, but I know it was a Natural Instincts color. I know it was a brown. And I did really love that product because it didn't do a lot of damage to my hair, and because the volume of peroxide in that product is lower, you basically, instead of lifting your natural hair color and then it adding in the brown, what the semi-permanent colors do, and I explained this in another video as well, is that the semi-permanent colors, they do more depositing. So they don't lift your color out and then deposit as much. They do more depositing rather than, so it's just kind of putting hair color. So every time you use the product, it stacks on top of itself, is what I'm trying to say. And that's how I ended up with that blue black color with the medium ash brown, is because you put the color on. Let's say this is your hair shaft, you put the color on, and then when you add the color again the following month, you're adding it on top of this, and then you're adding layers like this. So you layer it up when you're using that product because it deposits more than it lifts and deposit. A 20 volume product of permanent hair color that you would see on the market lifts your hair color and then deposits. With the semi-permanent, it lifts a little bit, just enough to open up the cuticle, and then it deposits. So it deposits more pigment to your hair than a permanent color would. So the story behind this photo, I do want to tell you the story behind this photo. So we went to Maui, my sister, myself, and our daughters. We went to Maui, had a wonderful trip there, and we were on Big Beach, and we were playing in the waves. We actually got hit by this monster wave, which my sister tried to warn me, but I didn't listen because it was so beautiful. I mean, the sky was blue, the sand was white. It was just, we were in paradise. We thought, what could happen in paradise, right? So we run into the ocean anyway. This big wave comes up, and my daughter and I get hit by this big wave, and then we learn afterward that we were supposed to dive underneath the wave. That's what the surfers do. You dive underneath the wave in order to avoid the pressure of when the wave curls and hits you. If you're right underneath that curl point, like let's say you're waiting to catch a wave, and here comes this wave and it's about to crest and curl, you want to swim underneath the wave, and that way you avoid the pressure of that wave coming down on you. But we didn't know that, so we learned really quick, let's just put it that way. But after that happened, and luckily we were fine. We were fine. So we come out of the ocean and we go up onto the beach, and guess who's on the beach? Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon is standing on the beach with his daughter. His daughter was down a little bit further, but he was there, and he was watching my daughter as she was like digging in the sand, because there's these little bubbles that come up, and I said, I bet you there's little crabs down there. And she goes, really? So she grabs a stick, so she's digging. So Kevin Bacon's watching my daughter like dig crabs. Like, what is she doing? Why is she digging in the sand? I think he may have actually been there and saw us while we were struggling out of the water earlier with that wave. If I would have listened to my sister, we would have never got hit by that wave. But anyway, so he was there on the beach. He was like 15, 20 feet from me, and I saw him and I went, oh my gosh, it's Kevin Bacon. And I thought to myself, okay, if I was Kevin Bacon and I was on the beach enjoying my time with my family, would I really want people coming up and talking to me? No, not really. So I didn't. So I just decided not to, I think I may have smiled at him. I looked up, I kind of smiled at him, and he was looking intently at my daughter like, what's she doing digging in? What's she doing there? Because we had been looking, her glasses had come off in the water. We were looking for her glasses before she started digging for the crabs. So maybe he thought we were looking for her glasses. I don't know. I don't know how many people were actually watching us. He may have was watching us. I don't know. But anyway, after it was over and he continued down the beach and his daughter came behind him, I told my sister, I said, that was Kevin Bacon over there. She goes, no, it wasn't. I said, yes, it was. So after we got home from that trip, we found out, because there must have been paparazzi on the beach, because they did photograph it. They didn't get me in the photograph, but they got him in the photograph in the same hat and the same outfit. So when we got home, she called me and said, oh, my client said that she saw Kevin Bacon in a magazine in Maui on that beach. And I was like, I told you it was Kevin. Anyway, it was interesting. So I thought I would share that story with you. So that was us on at the beach in Hawaii, in Maui. And I'm covering over just in case my sister doesn't want to be on YouTube photographs and all. So there we go. All right, so the last picture is of me on my wedding day. Now this is a photograph of hair that has been untreated with color. This is my natural hair. I did not color it at all. There's not one stitch of color. This is me with my natural hair color. Yep, and I didn't have gray there. I had not one gray hair on my head. And that was, let's see, are we going to be celebrating our 18th anniversary this? Oh, yeah, I think 18 years. So 18 years ago. There we go. All right, so that gives you a good idea, a good tour of all of the hair colors that I've been over the years. Here is actually another one, another hair color that I was sporting as well. Look at that. That is a strawberry blonde, and I believe that is L'Oreal's permanent lightest strawberry blonde, or lightest reddish blonde. That's right. That's what the color was. It was called lightish reddish blonde. Something like that. Something. I don't have that exactly right, but. And so that was me with short hair out in the sun, so you can really see. It doesn't look very natural, does it? It looks very, very, yeah, it looks fake. It looks like that can't be my natural hair color. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that for fun. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Click like if you like the content, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.